Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week ahead whenever you are finding it. If you're watching along as I post because you're subscribed, this will be for the week of May 20th to the 26th, 2024. You have the South Node. Don't let your past hold you back. Yes. So I'm seeing for a lot of you, Gemini, you're really contemplating going back to an old friend, situationship, lover, ex, something like that, or someone who you had maybe a falling out with. This could even be talking about going back to an old job, thinking about going back to an old job, because you know what happened? It feels like you had all of this great support in your life that gave you the strength to walk away from the past that you didn't necessarily like. Like, for example, if you were seeing an ex and you got yourself involved in like a situationship, like something sticky like that, you may have started either like going out and seeing your friends more, talking to more people, even having some dates with people who were a lot more promising. And it gave you the strength to sort of walk away and recognize, you know what, like there's so many better people that I can, get my social battery filled from. Like, I don't need to do that. And so you walked away. And then now it's like all of those people who gave you the strength, they may be really, really busy in their life. And you're like, all right, should I reach back out to that ex? Should I reach back out to that old person? The answer is no, Gemini. If that's even a thought in your mind, do not go for it at all. Don't let your past hold you back. You made the right choice, and it's time to keep going with that. Also, you don't want to be seen as that person who's very wishy-washy. Like, one second you are wanting to, I don't know, see someone, the next you're not. This is a very Gemini problem, so I totally get where you're coming from. But yeah, don't let that past hold you back and keep moving forward. We have prosperity coming through. Yes, Gemini. I feel so much wealth, like physical money, or money in your bank account, wealth coming through for you at this time. It literally says wealth, contentment, success, achievements, and abundance. It feels like the energy just feels like the universe is being nicer to you. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like life is flowing a bit easier for you. Wealth is flowing a bit easier. And it's like all of these blessings that you aren't even expecting start coming through. And you want to know why? It's because you stopped waiting for the universe and you started taking responsibility for achieving your own dreams, acquiring your own wealth, etc. And I feel like as a response, the universe is also mirroring your energy and is saying, okay, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make wealth happen. So it just goes to show, like, you put yourself into an abundance mindset and here you are. And, earlier on in 2024, I kept getting the message of like Spirit kept delivering these messages, teaching people how to be in an abundant mindset and how to focus on what you can do and what you do have as opposed to what you don't have and what you're waiting for. And I feel like a lot of people during that time like had this big spiritual download on the theme of abundance. And you seem to really master that because now I'm seeing really huge waves of success hitting you, like really huge. Okay, if any of you are on social media, for example, or like you have your own business, I am seeing like waves of like tens of thousands of followers, subscribers. If you have a YouTube, anyone that like can see you and the work that you're doing, I'm seeing them coming in, which is pretty big. Okay, we have the unseen coming through. All right, this is your archetype for the week, and I'm going to read this one from the book 27. There we go. 27 may be a significant number, and this is also known as the spirit, the ancestor, or the eternal. The unseen is just as it sounds. We cannot see it, yet it sees us, watching and waiting with wisdom, both kind and instructive. We feel this presence, sense it, intuit, and then doubt its existence, though it rallies our attention time and time again. The energy of the unseen may come in many forms: a compelling dream, a sudden insight, a clear voice, a vision or message from a loved one who has passed to the other side. I want to pause and say, Gemini, I feel this energy for you very strongly as well. A lot of you have been having psychic dreams. I'm seeing deceased pets or loved ones showing up in your dreams. Or if you have a loved one who is sick, And at the end of their life, they may be showing up in your dreams a lot more too. Or if you have a family member who's about to give birth, that child spirit may be coming through in your dreams a lot more. I'm seeing the veil is quite thin for you right now, for your family right now, for whatever reason that may be. And these spirits are able to come in a lot stronger and help you out and send you blessings in your life. And I'm seeing your ancestors strongly around you as well. And that's very lovely, especially for any of you who either had a recent death in your family or have someone who's sort of at the end of their life. You know, this is a time where your ancestors rally around that family member, and it's almost like a huge party for them. And it makes total sense that they would be gifting other members in the family who are still alive with so many blessings and prosperity this week, okay? So I am seeing that. I'm not saying that everyone who's a Gemini is having a family member dying this week. That's so dramatic. But you get the point. Like, even if there is no deaths recent or in the future coming through for you, for whatever reason, the veil is just a little thin right now for you and you're having these psychic dreams. It is natural to fear these communications as they challenge our perception of what is real. When this card appears, your guides are near. The eternal is present, and the doorway between worlds is ajar. Listen, the sounds may seem as though they come from a distant land, but they call from your innermost chambers. Okay, so you may be getting some clairvoyant guidance and having a lot of whispers of wisdom this week, that like little tokens of advice and nuggets of wisdom that's coming through for you from the other side, all at this time and all next week. I'm seeing it. Yeah, and this may also be tied into the fact that you recently let go of someone who you had like a rough past with, or something like a long held habit or person that was not good for you. You recently let it go. I'm seeing that strongly. And your spirit guides and ancestors, like, finally we can deliver a lot of prosperity, a lot of abundance, because whatever it was that you kept in your life, whether it was a person or a habit, a situation, that was draining your vital essence. And your spirit guides, your ancestors, your higher self, they really held back on a lot of prosperity and good karma that you deserve, that has been like stored for you, I'm seeing, because they didn't just want it to get all drained away. And so once you like plug that drain or cut that energy vampire out of your life, Spirit's like, great, now we feel really comfortable giving you this prosperity because we know it's not going to go into the wrong hands. We know your energy is not being drained by anyone who has bad karma, because that is the thing that no one talks about. When you are deeply connected to someone who has a lot of bad karma themselves. And when I say bad karma, I just mean like they're at a lower vibration and they have a lot of healing to do, and they bring a lot more negativity into people's lives than positivity. Energy vampires, people who really take a lot of thoughts, feelings, emotions, energy out of us, so much time spent trying to analyze their thoughts and feelings, and when in reality, in a healthy relationship, you wouldn't have to spend all that time analyzing someone's thoughts and feelings, because they would just tell you. They would just be straight up. So anyone like that from your past, you almost had to get to a point where you set firm boundaries with them, walked away, in order for your higher self, your spirit guides, and the universe to bring you your good karma, because you were energetically hooked up with someone with bad karma. Therefore, if they have a partner, a best friend, whoever you were to them, who has all of these blessings coming through, and you're sharing those blessings with them, like, mathematically in this universe, that does not make sense, because they're getting all these free blessings via you when they have this karma. And karma is the mathematical fabric of the universe, so it's like it couldn't have happened at the same time, you know what I mean? So if you recently gotten into a breakup, separation, or cut something or someone negative out of your life, and now you're seeing all of this crazy positive stuff happen for you, prosperity unfolding, you know why, okay? And that's yet another confirmation that you should not go back to whoever this past person or whatever this past habit was. In fact, you have the 8 of Wands, which shows that prosperity coming forward. This is a lot of blessings and opportunities coming through a certain outlet. Okay, like I said, for a lot of you, this is like a windfall energy, the 8 of Wands. This is one of my favorite cards in the whole deck. It came out upright for you. It is a windfall energy, like everything happening all at once. All of these positive seeds that you've planted in the past are all being harvested at the same time, like coming in at the same time. And it's like sudden, it's like one thing leads to another. One big success that rolls in leads to all these other little opportunities that roll in. You know, I'll give you an example. Let's just say you have a small business, like a brick and mortar store, and, you know, it's okay, it's surviving, it pays the bills barely, but then you get like a newspaper article or some crazy viral video of your business happen, and then all of a sudden all these customers start coming in, and all of these people want to collaborate with you. There's like people from the news showing up at your business wanting to interview you, and it's like a windfall of just amazing opportunities and positive energies. I'm seeing that windfall energy in your reading. Now, Gemini, I'm a real reader, and I do not predict energies like this very often. So that's how I know this energy is really, like, truly yours. Like, this is windfall energy, one thing leading to another. Also, what I'm seeing from here as well, another example could be, like, say you're applying for jobs all over the place. And it's like you get an interview, which leads to a job, but this job's in a whole nother city. So now it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta sell all my stuff and I gotta move. And it's like one thing after another, like positive change, positive excitement going on like everywhere in life. It changes everything. That's what I'm saying about like windfall. This is one change, one little change that leads to a whole windfall of change. That's gonna be really, really positive for you. Bring in a ton of prosperity. It's looking good. Okay, so let's dive into it. We're gonna get 6 cards, 2 rows of 3. Your second card out is you gotta be kidding me. Your second card out is the Wheel of Fortune. Gemini. If this is a week of sudden fame for any of the signs, it is you this week. Sudden fame, sudden fortune, sudden like change. Like, I wasn't expecting this. What the heck? Like, luckiness. For example, if you're like a waitress, this could be someone leaving you some crazy tip, like $10,000. Like, who would have thought that would ever happen? Like, so wild, wildly unexpected. It's all divinely sent. And like I said, it's just this feeling that the universe is being nicer to you. And it's like, what did I do? Because I don't feel like I changed anything significant. But you did, because you released a big part of your past that you were stuck on for a while. And that may have not have felt like a huge deal for you in the moment, but it is. And like, you've been making little change after little change, and it's brought you to this point of like, now big change can happen. Like, crazy. Like, you never thought you would have seen this day. You never thought you would have seen it, but here it is. Wow. Okay. We have the King of Swords coming through. This is you and your masculine power, being organized, very productive, on top of things, highly communicative as well. I love this reading. This is like probably one of the best readings I've done in my life. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it just feels like things have finally lined up for you. This is a week where a lot of Geminis will be achieving lifelong dreams you've been working towards for years. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, this is what it feels like. It's finally here. And you know what's funny? It's like you're finally at this point, and you now see that it never could have happened just like overnight randomly. But the weird thing is, it is kind of happening overnight randomly. You made little adjustments to your energy, your mindset, how you walk in this life, how you carry yourself in life. All of these little changes you've been making has led you to this big windfall moment happening. So while yes, it's happening suddenly, it's not really sudden, you know? I hope that makes sense. So, all right. Let's see. 3 more cards. What is your second row of tarot this week? We have the Queen of Swords. I can't with you guys. This reading, like, I'm smiling so hard. This reading is a little bit ridiculous. You now have you in your masculine and feminine power, but you also have a matching couple here. So it's looking good for love as well. You might be connecting with someone who is another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Someone who's just on the same page as you. Someone ambitious as well. Someone who wants to achieve more in life, just like you. And again, like, wow, this is like organization, a clear mind, never giving up. All of these good, hardworking qualities that you have has led you to this moment. Wow. I'm seeing a lot of acknowledgement. Some of you guys are ascending to like a managerial level. If you have like a traditional job, getting a massive raise or massive promotion. business success. Like I said, like if you're a business owner, this could be like tens of thousands of people following your business account on Instagram, YouTube, podcast, whatever it may be. Having a really huge brand reach out to you, getting a huge book deal, something like that, something crazy. We have the Hanged Man coming out in reverse. This is what I'm saying. It's been a long time coming, and I'm seeing that you're literally looking at life from a whole different perspective. You're no longer wanting to be in this victim mindset that you were in the past. Yeah. Hanged Man in reverse, though, this is that energy that I was picking up on of like thinking, should I keep hanging on to this old connection or old reality, whatever it may be, that wasn't good for me. So I am seeing that that's like the only struggle that you're having this week, is having a hard time like fully letting go of like the old negative person or habit that took you a while to let go of. You're thinking about going back, and Spirit's saying if you keep going back, like if you keep hanging on, like they're promising you it's just going to keep feeling like a disappointment. Nothing's going to magically change there. So that's the message you might need for that. You're going to feel disappointed if you go back. Yeah. Final card out is the Three of Cups in reverse. Now, this is a huge confirmation next to that Hanged Man in reverse, because for a lot of you, whatever it is that you're going back to, the person that you want to reach out to, it feels like either like an ex or old friends, whatever, something really negative, a negative habit, negative person that you may have set boundaries with, walked away from. I'm seeing here is going to leave you disappointed if you go back, okay? If this is an ex or like an old lover with the Three of Cups in reverse, I'm sorry, I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like they are seeing someone else, or their energy's on someone else, and like the romantic attraction that they once had was lost, and that they're a loser for that because you're amazing. Or if this is like old friendships that you're like, oh, well, time went by, like you're wearing rose-colored glasses when it comes to the past is what I'm seeing. And you're like, oh, old friends, like I messed up. If I come back and apologize, like it'll all get better. And it's like you go back and apologize, and they literally just make you feel stupid for doing that right off the bat. Like the way they will respond to you trying to go back, you're immediately going to regret breaking no contact or like going cold turkey with whoever or whatever this is. Or for example, if this is a habit, like let's just say you quit drinking and you're like, okay, I'm going to go back. You're not going to enjoy it. You're the first drink you have, like you're just going to make you tired. You're going to want to go to bed. You're going to feel bloated. You're going to be like, why did I break that? Or like if you quit caffeine. I recently quit caffeine. This is my example. And I remember I did drink like a Red Bull or something like that, like 3 weeks after I quit caffeine. And it didn't give me energy. Honest to God, did not give me energy. And it made me sleep a lot worse that night. So I'm like, what was the point of doing that? There was no point, okay? So yeah, that's your reading, guys. One of the best readings I've done in a while. So definitely enjoy this week. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my intention oils there and spiritual life coaching sessions there, so check it out. Bye-bye.